Eccoci con il gioco che... Ok, dicevo, eccoci qua, siamo tornati su Genshin Impact. Perché anche oggi siamo su Genshin Impact, direte ammazza, voglio arrivare in Azuma, raga, voglio arrivare in Azuma perché io qui sto bloccato a migliorare Sayu e Raiden, che abbiamo scoperto essere l'Archon di Inazuma, cioè è il dio di questo posto, ci dobbiamo arrivare. Ora sto notando una cosa, amicizia. Che fa amicizia? Cioè, migliora effettivamente qualcosa, amicizia? Al 70 sblocca nuovo talento, sguardo di fuoco. Non posso vedere che roba è. Aspetta, i talenti, eccoli qua. Quando l'attacco carica gli infligge un colpo critico agli avversari, infliggerà danno da pari ad area aggiuntivi pari all'80% del suo attacco. Serve come danno d'attacco caricato. Carino, carino. No, not bad, not bad. Peccato non avevi niente di tutto questo, però. Ok, infatti. Mm, I manufatti forse li dovrei un attimo rivedere. Forse dovrei rivederli questi poi, vabbè. Ne ho trovati pure altri nuovi. Dottoressa Errante. Vabbè, vabbè. Poi vediamo sta roba. Andiamo avanti con le missioni. Non c'è l'audio di gioco. Non c'è l'audio di gioco perché oggi mentre lo giocavo l'ho levato. Non perché è brutto, per carità. Solo che nel frattempo che giocavo mi sono messo a vedere altre cose, quindi... Che più che altro a sentire altre cose, quindi... Ok. E siamo qua... 9,44 con 2, non mi sa 1280, ok. 1280 ce ne servono. E quindi per adesso ancora nada da nada. E dove tocca andare? Tocca fa. Per esempio, io un po' di missioni l'ho fatte. Sono arrivato a livello 35. E dovrei fare... Ah, infatti anche questa qui che è per l'ascensione al grado avventura. La farò. Più in là. Adesso. No, questa. Andare avanti nella Terama. Dove devo andare? 2800 miliardi di chilometri qua giù. Madonna. Vabbè. Vediamo un po'. Tu stai buono là.
Make my escape.
Quanto mi piace questa abilità di taglio, madonna. Realizza un sacco le cose. Ah, c'è un dungeon. Elementi raccomandati, Graio. Ce l'abbiamo sicuramente. Ce l'avremmo alcuni di quel tipo, ma non me sconfinfero più di tanto.
There is no escape.
Probabilmente.
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these
Pensavo di
ruins.
combattere subito.
Let's go deeper inside. Paimon sure hopes Ganyu's information is reliable. There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked.
È molto comoda per combattimenti con tanti nemici perché ha la mossa con l'R2 attacco carricato e volendo pure quella con quella finale, diciamo, che attacca ad area. Quindi in realtà quando stanno tanti nemici è molto
More signs
comodo.
that a treasure hoarder was
Però
here.
invece
This should be the right
Sanding,
direction.
magari anche per i singoli nemici.
Why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you. Make my escape.
Ma dove era?
Ciao.
Qua dietro. Non so dove mi sono tenuto sinceramente, però vabbè. Anche perché sai io tipo un film di vita comunque. Ancora la metà quella. A lei dovrei migliorare la ricarica per fare la mossa, perché a me quella mi interessa molto. Più di effettivi aumenti al danno. O comunque boost al DPS in generale.
Could it be the Grand Why is he in that That's...
Però è al
Why
contrario.
is the statue's hands? Paimon remembers they're normally holding an... But this... And the Grand Thief hasn't moved... Hello? Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out of here, and fast! Ah! We can't stay here! Quick, run!
Come scappo? Ah, da di là, giustamente. No. Questa cosa. L'abbiamo quasi morta, pure questa qui in verità. Extending.
Race you!
Ah, ciao.
Illusion shattered.
No, io ero pronto per affrontarlo.
You cannot spy on the... You have come here. You have seen as a herald. I will...
An Abyss Herald?
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here. Did he send you here to die?
Quello è un tizio che abbiamo conosciuto
His
in una quest
resistance against the
secondaria.
Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. The Abyss is on...
What is this power? Pirate's never seen it before! Careful! Please don't get cocky!
Shine down.
Abyssal roar!
Boba, get them!
Questo unito all'abilità di Raiden di mettere l'elettrico non è male, fa bene.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
This... I see. In that case...
Non indugerà oltre a scappare.
Such a strong enemy. Who
Appunto,
knew the...
sono
Huh?
i più potenti.
What is it? What? Oh, right, yeah. We're...
So, we meet
Lui,
again.
da in Slave.
A little sooner than I had expected.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in the...
Huh?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well. An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin.
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our... We fought a big battle with that thing.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed.
Let's go! A rare opportunity.
Vamos. Croceria del destino. Ok, io direi prima di tutto di andarci a curare.
There is no escape! Boom boom!
Nice and spicy.
Incinerate! Time for your arraignment!
Those Abyss mages just now. With...
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruins.
Oh, is that so? But looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits? You know...
They wouldn't be searching for such In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because they seemed to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain... However, they looked disappointed. So it would...
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance. One cannot discover the truth behind it, or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than... All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here.
Scusate, ma voglio avere gli Anfei curati.
Illusion shut! Motion to compel!
mi lasci un attimo in pace, voglio vedere.
Motion to compel. Yikes!
No, quello si è rigenerato tutto. Lo scudo.
The law
Ha un problema.
has loopholes. Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Ha! Illusion shattered.
Ma fammela
The
cambiare.
mortal plane of fleeting dream.
Sweet dreams.
Vabbè, quell'altro è arrivato dall'altra parte del mondo per colpirmi. Da stavolta me la so giocata male male. Ma male. No, che sto livello di cura mi fa schifo. La seconda volta che moriamo, attenzione. Cerchiamo di combattere con un po' più d'attenzione. Che altro mi ha preso alla sprovvista perché non mi aspettavo che si sarebbe svegliato pure lui. Che se poteva intuire, sono stato poco attento. Ah, mo è già sveglio? Bene. Ciao, Mister Lapo. Raiden.
There is no escape.
No, ho sbagliato.
Boom boom. Ja. Ja. Ha. Motion to compel. Ja. Ja.
Come loro.
Ja. Ha. Absurd. Erase all threats.
Shogun Raiden sì, molto forte. Ora appena ho un attimo più di calma faccio vedere bene che fa. Ah,
Incinerate. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Nice and spicy. Shine down. No, did I ruin everything? Inadmissible evidence.
mamma mia. Poi di caccia sto scontro. Troppa roba.
Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything, just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just forget it. Just some. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the.
branches.
Adesso
Roots?
finisce un attimo il dialogo e ti faccio.
What do you mean
Faccio un
exactly?
attimo vedere il Mister Lapo.
Both originate from an ancient nation that was
Huh? Conria? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the oh. Speaking of Conria... Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. Oh, huh?
Paimon, sorella. Una volta che sapeva una cosa si rivela inutile.
You have memories of being there.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their spot. If you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Kanria you saw, what was it like?
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon...
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being a...
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question...
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Kanria plunged the whole world into chaos.
The destruction of Conria?
That destruction you witnessed, that's... It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed...
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your...
Oh, Paimon knows this part.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago...
Ah, if that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books before going to Mondstadt. You had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from So the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria so you could find your sister? Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7.
I probably know more about Kanria than both of you. Kanria was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride...
A nation?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all...
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you...
Allora. Ok, interessantissimo questo dialogo. Comunque Raiden, allora, prima di tutto ha questa abilità qui.
Illusion
Ha
Shatter.
questa esplosione di danno elettro. Gatto, no. No, gatto, devi scendere. Ah. Dicevo, questa esplosione di danno elettrico che, tra l'altro, quando tu colpisci con anche un altro personaggio, gli fa avere un bonus aggiuntivo di danno elettro. Quindi, se io per esempio colpisco con lei che fa danno elementale di fuoco, farà danno da fuoco ed elettro e quindi farà anche la combo. Oddio, non mi ricordo come si chiama quella tra fuoco e elettro adesso, però fa una combo d'attacchi in più. Inoltre l'abilità questa qui con il triangolo, almeno per me con la finale diciamo, fa una serie di attacchi molto veloci con la spada ed fanno danno di tipo elettro. Quindi è molto comoda per comunque mettere l'elemento elettro e magari nel frattempo, che ne so, mando gli Anfei, faccio l'esplosione di fuoco che fa anche danno elettro. Oppure anche con Xingling, che però adesso è morta. Quindi a proposito, prima di andare avanti recuperiamo un po' l'energia. Posso anche mettere il pupazzetto qua con Xingling. Eccolo, questo qui che sputa fuoco e fa anche danno elettro. Purtroppo lo so, io sto cercando di trovare Mona. Tipo consolare, ieri l'ho fatta in live, ho fatto il live i desideri, questi qua da 10, e ho trovato una spada, che ne avevo già 2 e non ho nessun personaggio che usa spade, quindi che te devo dire, purtroppo succede. Io sono stato fortunato a trovarla. Ho trovato lei e un'altra molto comoda. Un'altra molto comoda è Sayu. Un'altra molto comoda che ho trovato è Sayu. Lei. Io credo che ho solo Raiden come 5 stelle. Qua raccogliamo. Ok, dicevo. Scusa, ho solo Raiden come 5 stelle? Non so neanche dove si vede, sinceramente. No. Non so se si può vedere da qui. Lo sai? Sayu è molto comoda per l'esplorazione perché ha questa abilità qui. Ha questa abilità qui che... Vabbè, mo si è bloccato sulla roccia, vabbè. In verità è la capacità di movimento più veloce di tutto il gioco.
And away I
In
go!
più l'abilità, quella con il triangolo, crea un'aura intorno che allora, quando lo attivi già cura un po' tutti i personaggi. In più va a dot e cura i vari personaggi, magari che ne so, metto lei e cura lei, metto lei e cura lei. Quindi è comoda sia come, un po' come healer che come, cioè, che anche per l'esplorazione. Io per questo me la tengo sempre. Però se mi capita Mona... Ah, tu hai Diona. Diona... No, io non ce l'ho Diona. Se non sbaglio, no. Compenso ho trovato 3 Rosaria però io. Sono molto contento di aver trovato 3 Rosaria che non uso. Ho trovato Barbara in teoria che cura. Credo. Mi pare lei curi. Vedete sui talenti. Ok, mi ricordavo bene allora che lei cura. Una grande quantità di PS, ok, però mi piace di più lei perché c'è anche questa cosa di movimento che mi velocizza molto i viaggi. Anche perché mentre fa questa abilità qui non consuma la stamina. Non consuma per niente la stamina. Non si rigenera. Rimane bloccata, però nemmeno si consuma. Quindi la posso usare fino a un tot di secondi. Come primo 5 stelle... Bella domanda, non sono così esperto, Ora, perché qualche personaggio me lo sono dato un po'... Mi sono andato un po' a spizzare quello che facevano, soprattutto quelli che ho trovato essenzialmente. E Mona mi è capitato di vederlo perché ce l'aveva un'altra persona con cui giocavo. Però diciamo tendenzialmente non è che li conosca tutti. Diluc l'ho provato e non è male se ti manca il tipo fuoco. Però c'è Xiangling che si trova, diciamo, andando avanti con la storia. Anche se non è un 5 stelle, è un sub di PS molto buono, Non lo sottovalutare. Se ti serve uno di tipo fuoco, non è male. Non è per niente male. E poi diciamo in generale dipende un po' da come è formata la tua squadra. Diciamo, perché se tipo se magari ti serve un supporter, allora un support magari ti serve, allora magari che ne so, ti dico più un Mona o magari ti serve un DPS, allora ok, Diluc. Ce ne stanno, dipende un po' da come è formata la tua squadra e diciamo dove vuoi andare a puntellare.
Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from. So,
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. These ruin guards were known as field tillers by the people of Canria.
L'ho conosciuto come Zappaterra. DPS o quelli con i capelli a caschetto blu. Quello craio? Dici?
field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code
No, un
name.
altro, ok.
The people of Canria like to give code names to their weapons.
Xiangling? No, 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 aspetta. Xiangqiu, tipo una cosa del genere. Che è acqua, se non sbaglio. Ok, quello non è male, Non so se è 5 stelle, però mi ricordo che non è male lui.
The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and...
Fought for with
4
steel and
stelle, ok.
blood?
Beh, guarda, tu, guarda.
Well, that's an interesting way of
Adesso,
understanding
cioè,
tilling.
guarda, visto che oggi sei
Paimon
l'unico
doesn't think it's a
spettatore,
very positive
finisco un attimo il dialogo e poi ci andiamo ad analizzare una squadra partendo magari da lui, visto che comunque so che ha un buon tier. Gatto, non interrompere la live, no.
After the destruction of Canria, these they wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually
Quindi,
spreading to every
scusa,
corner of Teyvat.
momento speculo. Queste creature, diciamo, tecnologiche sono state create in questa terra che adesso non mi viene il nome, che era senza un dio, quindi per andare avanti si è dovuta evolvere a livello di razza umana, quindi tecnologicamente si è evoluta e hanno creato queste cose. Ma è bellissimo.
Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land.
Well, that sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, those details will... But no matter their past, all that remains of them now...
Ok, questo ammazza... vabbè, ammazza.
Shine down.
Vedi, io adesso faccio l'esplosione. Ecco, il sovraccarico, perché fa anche il danno, oltre che da fuoco, anche da elettro.
Illusion shattered.
No, non cadere, ti prego. Oh.
Booba, get them!
Fuori. Aia, però. Aia.
Race you!
Niente.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Incinerate.
Che
Shine
portello.
down.
I maghi quanto li odio che c'hanno sto scudo, madonna santa. C'hanno sto scudo e lanciano una cosa da lontano.
Torn to oblivion. Remove all obstacles. Boom boom. Time for your arraignment. It's
Nice and spicy!
illusion shattered. Under all.
Cavolo, adesso guarda. Vabbè, dai. Ok. Diciamo quando c'è da pulire i nemici un po' più deboli, quelli per esempio che non hanno lo scudo come i maghi dell'abisso, è molto comodo perché il sovraccarico stunna pure, quindi rimangono permastunnati ed è molto comodo almeno contro quelli piccoli.
This
Contro altri
talisman
comunque è
seems
un bonus
connected
di
to the
danno in
Abyss
più.
Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their
But Paimon can't read the writing on it.
engulf the faith of an enemy in flame. And
What?
Loom of Fate, initial... the Abyss, seem to
Grazie
be
per il
carrying out a
follow.
large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather...
Loom of Fate? What's that?
Adesso
From the
appena abbiamo un
horrible
attimo di
feeling
pausa vediamo
Paimon's
quella
been
cosa.
getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what the...
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related...
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also, though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile? Just...
No. From the contents of the talisman, they won't just corrupt Osial's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field.
So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid.
Very few people today truly understand the civilization
Ma
of
quasi quasi
Khaenri'ah.
passo dal lato loro,
Though, of
è una cosa
course,
fighissima.
the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Khaenri'ah. Despite being far from human, the talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a bait, and the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the statue of the Seven is...
The eye of the very first field tiller?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically...
Yes. According to the talisman, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine...
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure is a... Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as... Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway.
The cathedral...
Huh?
Nothing.
Ok. Andiamo. Ok, adesso. Ci lasciamo anche sotto le note del gioco. E quanti ne ho aperti? Vediamo un po'. Io di solito faccio riferimento a questo sito, vediamo un po' se riesco a ritrovarlo. Eccolo qua, l'ho trovato. Allora aspetta un attimo che... Poi se riusciamo a fare... No, niente, perché non si vede? Ok. Aspetta un attimo, perché mo... Perché non si vede il pezzo sotto? Qui si vede un po' troppo. No, preferisco averlo su quest'altra schermata, almeno posso vedere bene OBS. Allora, vediamo un po'. Vabbè, pure se non si vede il pezzo qua a destra, amen. Allora, volendo, allora, visto che hai lui, se ho capito bene, è lui, ti voglio tenere in squadra, gli altri due voglio cambiare con ancora il mio personaggio iniziale. Ok, sei quasi 30 grado avventura, perfetto. Allora, vediamo un po' qui che squadre consigliano. Poi magari comunque le andiamo un po' a vedere. Best Character and Strategies. Ecco, infatti con lui per esempio lo danno di look. Con lui non sarebbe male. Best Team Comp. Non c'è niente. Ok, diciamo in generale, quindi vabbè, lo mettono insieme a Diluc, Hutao, Klee e Chongyun. Perché essendo Hydro, giustamente con Chongyun puoi congelare i nemici, mentre con lui puoi comunque fare la combinazione degli elementi acqua e fuoco. Non è male. Anche Klee, no, anche Klee e Hutao. Hutao, sarò sincero, non l'ho mai vista. Chongyun, se ce l'hai già potresti metterlo. Ok, sei Diona. Però potresti anche pensare di utilizzare... Io per esempio utilizzo due di fuoco, non è per forza detto che tu debba avere di tutti gli elementi, che se è consigliabile, però per adesso potresti anche pensare di avere comunque Chongyun per fare i danni come DPS e Diona invece per curare. Keia sì, lo lascerei perdere. Non è, non è sto granché Keia. Ce l'avevo anch'io, appena ho potuto l'ho levato sinceramente. Se no, vediamo un po', per esempio, andiamo a vedere le tier list. Torniamo tutto su. Allora. Ah no, eccole qua. Character tier list, eccole qua. Hello? Ok. Allora, vediamo la C0. Eccolo, è lui, giusto? Sì, thank you. Lui è un ottimo sub DPS comunque, eh? Lui è un ottimo sub DPS come puoi vedere. È considerato uno dei migliori come sub DPS, quindi non è male. Io infatti, prima di avere Xiangling, avrei voluto lui. Poi ho visto, vabbè, mi è arrivato questo. Amen. Mi è arrivata questa, uso lei. Però lui è ottimo. Quindi con lui magari potresti pensare di abbinarci. Dove... eccolo qua. Lui è B. Non è particolarmente buono in realtà. Però se per adesso c'è questo, direi di utilizzarlo. Se per sbaglio ti capita, invece, piuttosto che Diluc, che è solo A come DPS, potresti metterci lei. Se perché Hutao, che era tra quelli consigliati. Potresti considerare di utilizzarla. E lei non l'ho... Io sinceramente lei non l'ho mai vista. Non so proprio niente su di lei, quindi... Non ti so dire. Prima vedevo che la consigliavano e qui la vedo come SS, quindi... Che te devo dire? Secondo me ci sta. Diona? Qual è Diona? No, so che non è lei, però. Mi volevo aprire un'altra pagina. Diona. Vediamo un po'. Qual è Diona? No, vabbè. C'è un'immagine sua? Ah, è lei, ok. Io per esempio ho lei come DPS. Diona. Eccola. Comunque è S come support Diona, quindi lei la terrei tranquillamente proprio. Quindi già c'hai comunque loro due sicuri. In più per adesso ci metterei Changyun. Ci metterei Changyun per adesso. E... non so chi altro hai sinceramente. Diciamo di quelli basilari per adesso non so. Potresti tenerti Lisa. Comunque fa danno ad area di tipo elettro. Puoi fare combinazioni. Rosaria no, lascia perdere. Un'altra di tipo ghiaccio. Lascia proprio perdere. Se c'hai qualcun altro magari però... Sayu... Sayu sì, potresti tenertela, però... Sei già Diona. Non so, forse ti manca un po' di DPS, di support alla fine. Hai due support. Ti direi due support. Però se avessi due DPS buoni, quindi se avessi già anche lei, ti direi va bene. Però non so, anche se sono comunque due support buoni. E comunque può fare i suoi buoni danni, con l'abilità, quella veloce. In verità fa anche... quella veloce, ti ho detto che è la più veloce del gioco. In realtà prende anche gli elementi che gli stanno vicini, cioè che prende quelli attraversa, se per esempio, no, ti faccio un esempio, viene colpita dal fuoco, lei prende anche l'elemento fuoco, quindi andando a rotolare addosso al nemico, gli fa anche danno da fuoco. Assorbe gli elementi che la colpiscono, insomma. Sì, sì, no, ma è interessante in verità lei. Ma poi che so di? C'hai cosa? Almeno dovresti averla facilmente. Lei, Xiangling. Ce la siamo scordata, Porella. Dovresti averla facilmente adesso quella, eh. Bennett pure non è male. Io pure. Oddio, io in verità non più di tanto perché già ce ne ho due di fuoco. E lei cerca di prenderla il prima possibile allora, perché io allora a questo punto ti consiglierei lei, Xiankyu e Diona e che altro avevamo detto? Ah, e Chongyun. O se vuoi, o se vuoi, puoi anche magari non mettere Chongyun e mettere Sayu. Beh, quello vedi un po' tu poi come ti trovi. Avere due support e due... però sono due sub DPS, no DPS, eh. Mentre invece lui è un DPS, anche se di livello B, diciamo, però è un DPS. Quindi vedi un po' tu come ti trovi. Comunque, diciamo, le due squadre per adesso sono quelle. Poi io, se trovi lei, hai svoltato. Ecco, però, diciamo, per adesso la squadra direi questa. Ora, ritorniamo a noi. Ho detto no, Genshin, non... Madonna, che pizza mi porta sta storia. Magari, Oddio, a me sì, a me in verità pure mi andrebbe bene trovarla perché alla fine mi troverei... Potrei sostituire benissimo Yanfei e mettere lei come DPS. E anche perché si somigliano in realtà, però... Aspetta, che ora rimetto tutto a posto. No, addio. Oddio santo, che parto ogni volta sta cosa. Facciamo così. E lo lasciamo così. Ok, ok. Vado qui. Faccio questo e ci siamo. Perfetto. Di nulla, figurati, Mister Lapo, per quel poco che so del gioco, mi piace. Mi piace questo scambio di idee, comunque, di informazioni sul gioco. Mi piace. È un gioco che comunque io non l'ho iniziato da molto. L'ho iniziato in verità. Allora, ci ho giocato. Ci ho giocato tanto tempo fa, quando il gioco era proprio agli inizi, ma l'ho mollato poco dopo. Esatto, anch'io ho fatto la stessa cosa, l'ho ripreso da quando l'hanno messo italiano, l'ho ricominciato completamente da capo e mi sta piacendo tanto. Mi sta piacendo tanto perché comunque ci stanno tante combinazioni che puoi fare per creare la squadra, i danni, ognuno ha le sue abilità, poi come combinarle, è molto interessante. Ma anche la trama non è niente male. In più ho scoperto. Cioè, mi sembrava ho fatto la scoperta della vita, ma in verità è anche abbastanza banale come cosa. Beh, oltre a tutti i libri che si possono leggere. Dov'era? Aspetta. Era qui, manuale dell'avventuriere? No. Archivio. Ecco, tu da qui puoi leggere di tutto, a parte tutti i libri, ma anche per esempio cose sulla geografia del posto. Puoi leggere le creature, puoi leggere tutte le informazioni sulle varie creature. Magari, ecco, esamina e ti racconta queste qua che cosa sono effettivamente. È molto interessante anche la trama, secondo me non è male per essere un gacha, ovviamente. Allora, dobbiamo andare alla cattedrale di Favonius. Andiamo alla cattedrale di Favonius. Aspetta che chiudo pagine qui, perché sennò il gioco mi rallenta tutto. Ok, andiamo alla cattedrale di Favonius. No, no, infatti è una cosa che uno ci inizia a giocare, dice vabbè, ci stanno le waifu, ci stanno i gacha per far soldi. Te pare che ci hanno messo cose importanti come una trama fatta bene o una lore sulle creature del mondo? Invece ci stanno. È molto più curato di quanto si pensi sto gioco. E giuro non mi hanno pagato per dirlo. Non mi- purtroppo non mi paga nessuno per dirlo.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly, but how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return.
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! And actually, the Animal Archon is...
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral.
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never
Quando
pretty.
ci sta l'evento, quale evento?
I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
Quello del capodanno cinese. No, gatto, no. No. Hanno messo un nuovo personaggio.
I
anche.
should warn you about one
non fa
thing.
Niente.
Don't go mentioning the defiled statue
Gatto.
inside the cathedral.
Niente, gatto vuole infiltrarsi nella live. E la storia di Sacramento, gatto.
The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the...
Vediamo un po', forse me lo so perso tra gli annunci. Vediamo un po'. L'evento per il capodanno cinese, dici? Perché gli eventi ancora non li sto... Oh, tra gli avvisi vedo solo questo, che però è attualmente in corso, se non sbaglio. Non so se c'è qualcos'altro di nuovo, sinceramente, non... Gli eventi io non li sto ancora vedendo. Non li sto ancora vedendo perché sono cose temporanee. C'ho talmente tante altre cose da fare che sta presso anche agli eventi. Ah, aspetta, ma io c'ho tipo mezza squadra morta. Dove vado? E poi lo vedo allora l'evento. Grazie di avermi avvisato. Ma più che altro, come ho detto, ancora non ci sto molto appresso agli eventi perché ho talmente tante altre cose da fare su sto gioco per adesso che non riesco a starci appresso. Però, ecco, potrebbe essere interessante. Posso scegliere un personaggio 4 stelle gratis e allora lo faccio al volo proprio. Che se Mona, quello che voglio io, mi sa che è 5 stelle Mona. No, sì, è Mona è 5 stelle. Raiden pure 5 stelle. Boh. Thank you si potrebbe pensare, sì.
Honorary Knight! Hi, how have you But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre...
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara?
What's that?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the seven?
Potrei pure prendere magari un'altra Xiangling per la costellazione. Schifo non ci fa. O Xinkyu. Anche Yanfei, sempre per la costellazione. Però poi mi informo bene. Ora il mio obiettivo è arrivare a Inazuma però. Perché è un cavolo di problema adesso. Perché ho 2 personaggi al 60 e 2 al 40. Perché per migliorare quelli al 40 mi servono delle cose che però si trovano a Inazuma. Quindi
You're here to ask about that old story?
purtroppo è un problema.
Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago. There was indeed one stat. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been
l'ho
called
finita
the
da poco,
lost statue of the
quella
seven.
di Ryue. Quindi io penso che ci stiamo.
Of course.
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records.
The tyrant's final fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached.
Balls of fire raining from the sky?
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred this strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on it. Right. Later, the theory of the tyrant's final fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the seven.
It's okay.
There's that pointless word, thank you again. I can...
Oh, Rosaria, it's
Oh,
you.
Rosaria. È la prima volta che la vedo fuori dal gioco. Cioè fuori dai desideri in cui l'ho trovata 3 volte. Tacci sua.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those...
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Borg? Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a...
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the
But you're also a member of the club.
Right. We'll go.
Oh, okay. But please, everyone, be careful.
Ecco, guarda, aspetta, ora ne approfitto e te la faccio vedere l'abilità di Sayu. Gatto? C'è gatto qui. Che c'è? Ah, finché stai qui va bene. Allora, quindi fa apparire questo coso qua, che cura, dà un po' di cura a tutti, poi piano piano, se io ho questo personaggio qui, cura questo, se ho questo qui mi cura quest'altro. È comodo. E in più, se la vita del personaggio... Sì, ma tu non puoi capire come si è messa. Si è messa sul bracciolo. Sta sul bracciolo della sedia lei. Vabbè. E non t'ha azzardato, tocca il green screen che ti stacco le orecchie. Dicevo, in più se hai già l'80% di vita e ci sono dei nemici attorno, quello lì colpisce i nemici.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolven. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the Animo Archives.
Ciao Mr. Lapo, se ti interessa seguirmi, in chat ci stanno i link per il mio canale YouTube dove ricarico le live e per il mio canale Instagram dove diciamo pubblico tutta la schedule settimanale. Quindi alla prossima. Allora, adesso andiamo al regno dei lupi. Ciao.
Right.
Motion to compel!
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Out of the frying pan!
Shine down! Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Tutto quello del fuoco.
Illusion shattered! Incinerate!
Una volta tolto lo scudo sono di burro.
There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's.
Yeah, let's go! Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire. Besides, you're the one people like. There's nothing special about God. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the even if the god in question.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice.
Lest I repeat the failings of my.
Huh?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the set. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss.
What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You also keep at the rite of dissension in Liyue. Your decision was very similar to what Dane would do. Not.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going. But the Abyss Order and Boreas.
They just like to cause trouble. Do they? The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go at.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the honorary knight, please go and check if Lupus, this god's spirit. He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Okay, be careful.
Vabbè, ma io volevo soltanto teletrasportarmi. Non si può. Niente, mi tocca seguire il sentiero. No, quando rompete le scatole voi non vedo niente.
Can't catch me! Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
You, not...
So, the wolf's wretched. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of If you serve us, we can restore your divine power.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he... Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to...
Wolves never surrender. But this can't go on.
No matter how many times... Bow before the abyss!
Shine down! Nice and spicy! Eat this!
There is no escape!
Out of the frying pan!
Incinerate!
All life will perish!
Boom boom!
The end is nigh!
Nice and spicy!
Absurd!
Oh, e quanto dura sta cosa? Aspetta!
Race out of the frying pan into the fire!
The world will fall!
Incinerate!
The
Illusion shattered!
nigh!
Pepper flame! Race you!
The world will fall!
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Motion to compel!
The world will fall! Surging tide! The world will fall!
I'm out of here! Boba, get them!
The end will come!
No, perché questa volta?
Boom boom!
The end is nigh!
Illusion shattered!
The world will fall!
You're toast! Nice and spicy!
The world will fall!
That really hurt!
There is no escape!
Incinerate!
The abyss!
Niente, mi chiama fama sconfigge ogni volta.
The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate! How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small, unforeseen
It disappeared again!
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you must, but still.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial. But scary outside, I too didn't see.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas's mind?
Thank you. In the future, my claws... You smell danger?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's notes does. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr.
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know it entered into my proving ground by accident, but it could not think, only fight. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the.
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs. Although...
Fireballs? Hey, anyway, this pretty much proves that the first. It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced Ruin Guard. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting.
Don't know. But
Yes, you were a big help. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's force.
yes, I smell. You too.
Well, there was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane. Dane, there you are. Did you?
I saw her, but purposely avoided. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive... For example, the old story you told me you heard. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury was really after it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North. It must have walked. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before. So they came to interpret it as...
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the...
Ah sì? Io personalmente non la ricordo. Cagnolissima la strada deserta. Io personalmente non ricordo poi. Io forse ne corretto. Questa? Era questo qua. Uno dei tanti. Ecco,
This is it, right? Okay then.
Non c'è.
Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? What's going on?
This requires another. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow!
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype.
Prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word.
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, and this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No.
Huh? You?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure, no matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of...
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that. We can't have the Church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves.
Destroy it? That's a statue of it. Oh, well, good thing.
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to... Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, I'll make sure it doesn't get away.
Sarebbe pure ora che un po' rotte le scatole. È bella la vita così, t'ammazzo, arriva l'ultimo, no, ciao. No.
Make my escape.
Cosa ci è qua?
Cha!
Boh.
Looks kind of cozy in here. Nap time. So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it.
Ma
Yep,
sotto ci sta
that'll
andando a
work.
sinistra.
Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
Ah. Cavacca. Ma che faccio? Ah. No, 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 non mi prendere. No. Ok.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you are...
Oh, such a...
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled
You are just as vexate. I sense your soul is stained by terrible... Oh, and something far... Then we are the same. We're both dangerous.
It is your words that forever reek. Time to silence!
Down. Motion to compel. Boom boom. Ha. Da. Sia. Da. Chia. Ha.
Annihilate!
Incinerate. Yikes.
All life will perish!
Chia.
Annihilate!
Frying pan, into the fire!
Boom boom.
I'm about to pass out over here. Almost got away.
Aspetta un attimo, però.
Nice and spicy.
Mazza mia, madonna, quanto tempo.
There is no escape. Incinerate. Insolent.
The end will come!
Shine down.
Surging tide!
Boom boom.
The world will fall!
Remove all obstacles. There is no escape.
Ce l'abbiamo il cibo, no? Ma perché non lo usiamo?
The end is nigh!
Motion to compel.
Che foto quell'altro.
Time for your arraignment.
End will come!
Shine down.
The world will fall! The end is nigh!
Gooba, get them! Ah!
shattered!
Nice and spicy.
The world will fall.
Boom boom.
The end will come.
Yikes! Incinerate!
End is nigh. The world will fall.
There is no escape!
Surging tide. All life will perish.
Get them!
Impazziti pure starter i maghi, madonna santa.
The end will come.
Ah.
Shine down!
The end is nigh.
Motion to compel!
Surging tide.
Nice and spicy!
The world will fall.
3 ore vedere qui le pago.
All life will perish.
Incinerate!
The end will come.
Ah, ma è un personaggio.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Eat this!
The end is nigh.
Water!
All life
There is no escape!
Ah, oh, non ho mai usato tutte ste cure tutta la vita mia, penso.
Boom boom!
All life will perish.
Dai, che bolle, madonna, che fastidio, guarda, più fastidioso di tutto il gioco.
Invisible evidence!
Ma perché non la quarta volta?
Incinerate!
Perché come un'altra volta, porca miseria. La sorella! Stai?
Princess.
Hey! Could that be?
Ether.
Wait! She just blocked an attack? Your sister?
Ether. Why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh? Your sister?
Lumine.
What's
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't that man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, and the whole thing about Dane being your enemy.
home. Yes. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least until the abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Eth. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I... So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some real... At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right?
Va bene, mandiamoci a Inazuma, però ti prego.
By the way... Oh, well then... First off, that Abyss Herald called your... It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't... Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was just... And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But he didn't turn into a monster. So that's why your sister said that Dane is her... But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies also? How come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? Yeah, then we can't let ourselves get down. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, come on, traveler, let's go.
Ok, andiamoci prima a curare. Your sister would have sided with the... Well, Paimon believes in both, and when the going gets tough, the tough get... She said we needed to reach the end of our journey, and we won't find out what this journey is or where... Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away? You're right. After all, everything that followed... Yeah, Paimon bitch. Well, we've ruled out two gods, so... Andiamo a Inazuma.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone... Let's see what she has.
Sugo. Faccio andare Inazuma. pago tutti i mora che vuoi.
And away I go! Make my escape.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean, is there anything I can help?
We wanted to ask.
Oh. So
Great! We came to the right.
but the chance of success is
Incredibly small.
it was in leaving Inazuma that all I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that,
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was?
well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a...
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the... One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go... You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past this. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma.
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would, but if you really are set on going...
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known and voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences.
You're right! Paimon sure Beto of all people will be... But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take...
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux Fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest on a
Then there's no time to...
Magari ci sono. Ah, che poi era la nave quella che avevamo visto l'altra volta. Quella poi da dove siamo effettivamente partiti. Per provare ad arrivare a Inazuma, ma senza successo. Oh no, devo riprendere Keia. Era vicino qua sotto. Ecco qui.
Oh, I'm looking for...
Io spero che prima o poi ce la daranno un'altra cosa per poter viaggiare nell'acqua, perché non si può andare così però.
Freeze! Dodge this! Cool it!
portaci, portaci Inazuma, oh baby, portaci Inazuma.
Freeze!
Free. Comunque,
Cool
raga,
it!
tanta roba oggi, livello di drama. La sorella, vabbè, avevamo già intuito, faceva parte dei cattivi in realtà. Se non sbaglio l'avevamo visto che parlava con la signora. Però...
Cool it!
Però, boh, perché... Qualcosa contro gli dei? Sicuramente. Però,
Freeze!
boh, chi avranno fatto?
Dodge this!
Cosa più importante, riuscirò a salire sulla nave?
Drat.
Ma come?
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. I knew you guys would come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off...
Huh? The fragrance of what?
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. I prefer... This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Personaggio nostro.
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the cloud...
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's
Palesemente la
sake
stessa faccia, gli
tends to
hanno
lack
cambiato solo i
meaning.
capelli.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as our great hero here...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking... There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want the... So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion...
Is there really such thing as a masterless...
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully... So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in...
Inazuma?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision.
You just want him to...
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better.
What are we gonna do?
Great.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the end.
Dai, lo devo andare qua giù, madonna. Se ci viene da qua. Oh no, aspetta. No, ci viene da qua perché sono troppo caccheglia di nuovo.
Make my escape. Make my escape. Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be... Hello?
You bet I am. Have you... Well, I'd have a look. The Clash is a cup. Nobody wants...
Yeah, we heard a rule about...
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Cup.
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above. I told you. Unarmed. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them. And...
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna...
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of...
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the... If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the turn...
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champ. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important... No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful... I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seem to get on with just about... In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to... Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a... You don't mince your words. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more...
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly be...
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan, he's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles. To the Ling Shan clan, he teaches a special technique.
Force disperse?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attack. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an
One time, he sent a challenger flying.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, well...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training...
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Recently, though, we heard that a Vision Bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant...
So, if we can get our hands on a Vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of...
See you in the arena!
Va bene.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego.
Veramente tutti scappi.
Jinx, a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bear?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped lead? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the... Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary.
Yep. He still doesn't have a vision, though.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually... Right, your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma.
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as...
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearer. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy. All right, it's showtime.
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good.
Ma ci
Then
fanno
please
usare
follow
solo
me
il
into the
personaggio
arena.
nostro. È un po' un problema perché è di livello bassissimo in realtà. Oh no.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
Ma sono a livello 6, questo è al
Seems like you got a pretty
75.
good chance of winning this thing.
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
Come on, let's go sign up.
How am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret it. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally...
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some...
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how to aptly... You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in... You know, A lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, for one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level, so I'm putting you straight through.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level...
To be fair...
All right, I'm gonna...
Io ho paura però
We're
che
finally
molto
here,
mi sarà
folks. The
altrettanto
real show is about to
burro.
begin.
The captain's... Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but very well. Show me the...
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that...
Relax. My guy's at the top of it.
Okay.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun.
Questo è già un po'
Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Chi però assoluto sta combattendo il nemico, io sto combattendo però.
It's the fury! Well taught!
Però i due danni mi dà, Livello 90 addirittura.
It's the fury! How's this? You're pretty good.
I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the...
Right. For a moment, if you had a vision, you definitely...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, but mine? I lost interest eventually. You can't depend... I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get...
No, I didn't. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So...
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be...
by the way, do you know...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have, so don't get too cocky.
Oh no.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way...
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. I faltered for but a brief moment. But before I knew it, given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But still, I'm sure he'll be no...
Basta chiedere informazioni, ma fammi combattere.
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Oh, all right then.
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing.
He's right. But I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you.
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of...
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's
Hang on. Don't you think you're
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require...
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to
Does one not leave a trail when traveling? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Some post-match
Maybe we can go talk to Bino.
Tranquillo, dov'è? Dall'altra parte, 2 isole dopo, madonna. Cioè. Devo anche andare alla collinetta dietro, cioè non è che... Non bisogna rompere le scatole a nessuno.
Now that we're alone, let me cut. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism. Since a young age, it is things of this nature that I also hear.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are negligible compared to yours. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent. Hey,
stop evaluating us based on our smell!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon, it's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand it.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the element. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make... Now then, let's test your... Oh, pay no attention to me.
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to... He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your... The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the... and what influences the god's decision to... My apologies. You must... For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt... Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their vision... In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current electro... Not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feat.
She sounds less like an archon and more like...
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will within... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma... It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before?
Non
With
credo.
time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there.
Incontrata.
There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to... Ah, the time for your match is
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that...
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return. Very well. Let's go.
No, porta di ritmo, grazie.
Why isn't... Never mind. We can start by... Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the... We've seen many exciting battles today, and now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Wow!
I've been waiting. I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the semifinals.
In verità l'altro finalista è quel tizio con cui abbiamo appena
But
parlato, ma
today's
non si
final
presenta.
round will surely take things up. As for our other combatant, oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the final. Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. They've got no other choice. If he doesn't...
Wait a moment. So, Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prod. Traveler, come...
Ah, ok. Non è lui, quindi.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand is not a... The culprit has... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all this.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're...
Come with me. I can sense the...
20.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it's... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear... In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for... But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human...
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of...
Aha! So you were supposed...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after... Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still... Drat. This could... I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate one.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing...
Huh? You're...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the... It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief.
Whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
Ha-ha!
Illusion shattered!
Just you watch!
Boom! Cha! Cha! Ha! Sia! Ta! Ha! Cha!
Yeah!
Ta!
No! Do what you want, but please!
He has persevered to the bitter end. And now, put down the vision and leave. I've changed...
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you.
No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it!
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision... When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it... But unfortunately... Yes. From the moment he stole the vision, I've tried many other methods, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawake. After seeing you command multiple elements, I've... Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me... I see. So you are... No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's this?
The story begins with an old... He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
Una bella storia.
Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way.
Kazuha!
It's just another way. All right then. It's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for a...
Huh? Did Beto leave up?
If you're looking for the captain, she was some. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time, and Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Har. But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match. In which case, the Crux clash...
Huh? So, if that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the...
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm...
Ce la faranno mai i nostri eroi ad andare in Inazuma? Si salpa. Ah, era così. Tutto 1100, porca miseria, dai. Forse alla fine della live arriviamo a Inazuma e... No, ho levato... Vabbè. Arriviamo in Inazuma e riusciamo pure a esprimere i desideri, dai. Dov'era? Orientamento proprio -1.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do? Ah, yes. I've heard that you were... Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since...
There you are. You're the traveler that Beto will be Oh, is that right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crew... Captain Beto sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're...
Seems Beto is the captain of our world.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyss.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically...
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive?
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my mess...
Okay, thanks for coming.
Just following orders. I'll see you t-
Dai, ma se... Dai, dimmi che posso... Meno male. Mi devo rifare tutto il coso, mi sparavo, cioè. Tutto il viaggio con che fa il ghiaccio.
Ah, you finally... All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has... Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. We set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest.
Anchors away!
Una nave. Dai, ci siamo finalmente. Bella presenza. Ci siamo. Sono quasi commosso, finalmente. Fatti mannare a potenziare subito Raiden, vi prego.
Oh, hi there.
Sì, che boh. Fammi passare il
So, you finally made it. You sure can. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Oh,
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing though the fleet was fully up to the challenge. The inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know.
you don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can...
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say, if you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him.
No need to worry.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here.
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Mi stai dicendo che pur volendo ancora non posso andare dove mi pare, vero? Oh, pesca? Ah, giusto che non ve l'ho detto, ma ho sbloccato la pesca e guarda sto pesce. No, mi piace. Dai, vieni da me.
Yeah, you nearly got him! Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
Volevo un attimo farvi vedere le mie grandi abilità nella pesca.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose. You must be... Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are the entry papers. For your kind.
What?
I just wanted...
I see. Okay. Your paper...
So...
The Outlander Affairs Aid. They only check entry permits here. If you want to...
Sheesh.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. Now, let's head over to the...
And,
Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth.
You've completed the entry procedures.
Yes.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million.
2 million?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning.
Ma'am, these two here...
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy,
Thank you, but as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner.
That's not how you haggle, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma.
Ma... Vabbè, siamo passati da 2 milioni a 600 e una cena, cioè, ok.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's...
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of... So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for rent...
Then they'll milk them for all their...
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in hand. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's the most that overseas merchants can do to look at. That's how the International Trade Association...
So it's a trade association built by and for...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for outlanders trying to... Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and...
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're in...
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, after all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high. Well, I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run... Okay, I'll give it to you straight.
Really? Wow!
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my connections come at a high... No. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to... I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you...
Why do I get the feeling you're making... Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members... Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever. The head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good...
Quindi adesso in teoria noi ci possiamo muovere come ci pare. Quindi se io decido di andare qui, per esempio, per sbloccare... No, ciao. Mi sono incastrato, aiuto. Ok, magari sblocchiamo prima questo. Così ci sblocchiamo tutta la mappa del posto. Ah, ma siamo...
Make my escape.
Siamo venuti. Eccola.
Make my escape.
La statua. Oh, bella sei Inazuma. Ma quindi no. Ah, quindi mo prende pure... Può prendere pure il potere del coso, del fulmine. Ok, no, volevo vedere una cosa, aspetta, quindi adesso se io provo ad andare da lei, no? La vogliamo fare a scendere, c'è questo oggetto qui. Vabbè, tolto quell'oggetto lì. Sì, lo so, però... Sull'isola di Seirai, che però sta qui. Magukenki. Odio il mondo. Odio il mondo, porca miseria. Macchinario perpetuo. Sta incammisato. Come stiamo messi? Quanti ce ne servono? Non ce li ho. Qui non ce la possiamo prendere, questa nemmeno. Ne facciamo 9. Perché comunque l'altra volta ne abbiamo fatta una a buffo per sbaglio, quindi in teoria se ne facciamo 9, almeno una dovremmo riuscire a trovarne, è rara. Facciamo questi e chiudiamo. Devo tenere premuto per saltare, ok. No, sbagliato.
Surely I should be do a growth spurt by now.
Oh, Sayu! Ok, va bene. Ci sto. Facciamo pure l'arco, cioè ci Aie. No, ci mancano 5, dai. Aspetta. Ce la facciamo. Ok. Dicevamo. Vai. Vabbè. Però forse buoni tutti. No, ce ne abbiamo 3. Niente. Va bene, posso potenziare taglio però. Che fa? Dare un movimento creato da arte. Ignora i limiti dei PS e può contemporaneamente attaccare gli avversari vicini e guarire. Carino, va bene. L'arte scatto furio riceve i seguenti i danni di calcio turbine fuori dalla parentela per un aumento di un 3 ogni 0 c'è uno stato turbine i danni di calcio turbine è possibile ottenere finanza. Ah, ok. Ok, va bene. Ma perché si dà Raiden invece che farebbe? Soluziona ancora più velocemente. Quando i personaggi usano i loro attributi elementari cariche di risoluzione in un momento di altri dipendenti usano i loro attributi elementari aumentano il 20%. Carino. Adesso li incontreremo anche nella storia principale. Va bene ragazzi, io direi che possiamo chiudere qui. Noi finita la live pubblico la schedule su Instagram, però noi ci vediamo martedì e cominciamo il journeyman con Football Manager. Vedrete, già ho preparato paletti, sfide, obiettivi, ma ne riparleremo martedì. Quindi io vi ringrazio, vediamo un po' a chi fare un ride. Facciamo un ride a Poli. Per chi non lo conoscesse, allora diciamo non lo conosco neanche io così tanto effettivamente, però so che lui conduce un programma, possiamo dire, su Twitch che è il Polyfix Show, in cui partecipano vari streamer o comunque vari influencer. E c'è anche una trama di fondo, è un bel quiz sul mondo gaming, quindi se vi capita recuperateli, perché sono comunque abbastanza interessanti. In questo momento però sta giocando a The Binding of Isaac, bellissimo gioco, l'ho giocato molto ma non lo porterò mai in live. No. Va bene, io vi ringrazio e vi saluto. Ciao.
Phew.